Hello and welcome back to another episode of Great Lakes Post live stream, episode 23. I'm Casey Campbell. Thank you for tuning in. We have a very special guest today because all guests are special. Below me, you see Armani Williams, the driver of the number 12 Centria Autism Toyota for Andy Hillenberg at times during the season. I know that, of course, you may know him as one of 3 African-American drivers in NASCAR, but the only driver to have autism that's currently competing in NASCAR. Armani, welcome to the show. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Back a few weeks ago, I was at Michigan in the ARCA Menard series, and as I was getting ready to go, I saw this video clip on GMA and letting me know a little bit about, I've known a lot about you. I know my father has done integral parts in trying to get this going, but how was your first race at your home track here at Michigan a few weeks ago?
It was definitely very exciting. It definitely felt like a dream come true. Whenever you have an opportunity to race at a hometown track, and especially one that you grew up as a fan watching, and then you actually get to be a driver racing at Michigan International Speedway, it's definitely something that, it just shares in my memory, and so just getting the opportunity to race at Michigan was definitely very awesome. I can't thank, Andy Hillenberg Fast Track Racing, which is the team I drive for, and definitely Centria Autism. I tell you, without their support of racing, and the support of autism awareness and inclusion, I don't know if we would have ever been able to, race in Michigan that day, but, I just can't thank enough for their support, and, it was just something really exciting. I'm glad I had a chance to race at MIS, and definitely looking forward to doing it again.
Yeah, of course. You mentioned Century Autism. I know that you work with that. Of course, Great Lakes here at Great Lakes Post, all of our writers, photographers, and live streamers are adults with high functioning autism, including myself. But what is Century Autism, and tell us what it's all about?
Yeah, so Centria Autism is a, company of a healthcare service provider. They kind of help give their full-on support with, families who have been challenged with maybe a family member or a child of theirs that have been impacted by autism, and the challenges that they have to go through in life with social interaction, communication, repetitive behaviors. And the people at Centria Autism, they're always there to help those families in need, help give their kids, families, family members, the resources and the tools they need through their therapies, just helping them develop the skills that they'll need for everyday life. So that way, once they are able to develop those skills, and kind of enhance it for a long period of time, they have an opportunity to, achieve their dreams and, be successful at in life, and there won't be a challenge.
Talking about ARCA, I know you started ARCA in Phoenix as well as Michigan. Are we going to see you at all any other points in the season?
Well, yes. We're certainly working on trying to make a few more races later on this year. There have been a few tracks that, we certainly like to hit, tracks like, Kansas Speedway comes into mind. We certainly like to make that race, later on in the year, but I think just really this season overall, it's been kind of a weird one, but, just fortunately we've had chances to, be on the racetrack and all that. So, we certainly like to try to hit a few more races before the season ends.
I know that, how did you get into racing, Armani?
Yeah, so really it all started for as long as I can remember, just as a little kid, playing with Hot Wheel cars, and then later discovering NASCAR, and just started watching it on TV. Me and my dad, I just love NASCAR. As soon as I saw it on TV, I was just so fascinated by it, and me and my dad would always watch it whenever it came on. And then, later on, especially when I got started my racing career, started racing go-karts, working on them in the garage, and just getting my career started. But really, just of how fast the cars were and, how cool the cars looked and, the winner gets a trophy, it was just something that, I started to dream that, one day that's something that I wanted to be a part of. I wanted to be a professional race car driver. And so, that's kind of how it all started.
Yeah. So kind of looking into, I know you're in the Arkham and Art series right now. Where do you want to go with this racing thing? Where do you want to see? I know I asked you this back a few weeks ago. I know you want to climb the level to get, of course, from ARCA to trucks to Xfinity to Cup. What's it going to take to get to that?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think, you certainly need to, get on the racetrack on a day-to-day basis, just show everyone that, like you got what it takes to, make it to the next level, the way you handle yourself on the track, the way, like, you conduct yourself. And especially the people that kind of help support you with like your abilities, your story, your mission, it's always about support and like finding the right people in terms of like helping you keep moving up the ladder, but for me, every time I have an opportunity down a racetrack, I just wanted to, go out there, give it my all, be competitive, and, as much as I can do that, and just learn how to finish races, learning how to, finish in the top 10s, then eventually the top 5 to eventually learning how to win. I think that's all of that is certainly gonna like help me keep moving up the ladder, and ultimately, like my ultimate goal, hopefully I can get to the NASCAR Cup Series.
Yeah. Also, there's something else that, a lot of people don't know about you is that you are a chef. You were on Freddy the Pizza Man show and making that. Just talk about what got into that and what are your favorite things to cook?
Yeah, so, for me, I think it all started like a few years ago, my mom would always, she always cook for me all the time. And, for whatever reason, I just kind of found another hobby, something that I wanted to try, something that I would want to do at home, and so, started picking out recipes, like just started Googling, searching for them, and just starting to learn how to cook, the basic stuff, I think things that I like to make, I'll make anything that I find that sounds good, whether it's a pasta, whether it's like, steak, something vegetarian, like I'll try and make anything, there's so many variety of things that, I like to cook is something I like to learn and try.
Yeah, it's I know a lot of things in there. What is your absolute favorite thing to make?
Yeah, so for me, because I'm more of a protein guy, I like to eat meat a lot. I always like to cook up a good steak.
Yeah.
Maybe put some, potatoes on the side too, like, so something like that. I always like to kind of make all the time, because I'm just so into trying to, learn how to cook meat and all that. So I like to make steak a lot.
That's good. What was it like making, when you were with Freddy the Pizza Man, did you make a pizza or something?
No, unfortunately, his oven wasn't working properly. So unfortunately, we couldn't make a pizza. But we did tell him that the next time we stop by at his pizzeria, we're definitely gonna try one of his pizzas. I'm sure it's really good. But unfortunately, we weren't able to do that. But Freddie the Pizza Man, he was such a good guy, and thankfully, me and my mom, we got a chance to meet him. Get to learn more about him, and so next time we're definitely gonna stop by his pizzeria and try his pizzas for sure.
Of course. That's someone we need to get on the show. We'll put that. We'll have Stefan put that in our mental notes. We'll put that on there. A couple other things. What is the message that you want to send to everybody with autism? Of course, with Anthony Ianni and his Relentless Tour and the stuff that I've been able to do with Great Lakes Post, and of course yourself, in seeing the things that you're doing on the racetrack. What is the message to everyone that has special needs or parents that have special needs that worry about what life is going to be like down the road when their kids get older?
Yes, that's a very good question. And I try to tell families who've had someone connected with autism all the time. I would just tell them, that you can never give up on hope. Just because you have autism doesn't mean you can't achieve the things that you want to achieve in life. I mean, if you have a dream of something that you dream of doing in life or something that you want to be successful at, then what are you waiting for? Go for it, but it's going to take, the hard work of yourself to put that passion, the determination into it. You definitely want to find the right people that believe in your abilities and that care about you and are willing to help you in every step of the way to kind of help achieve what you want to achieve. And then lastly, just believe in yourself and stay encouraged, just keep pushing forward and believe me, once you can do all those things, once you can get all that put together, believe me, many things are possible, and your dreams will definitely come true and you'll be able to achieve them.
Right on. All right, Armani, thank you so much for coming on our Great Lakes Post live stream. You're welcome to come back anytime and let us know how we can help you.
All right, thank you. Really appreciate it.
All right.